Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Watch every live Premier League game this season on Sky Sports, BT Sport and Premier Sports.
So the European Week of Sport 2022 takes place this month. It's going to be a week-long celebration aimed at promoting physical activity in people of all ages, backgrounds and fitness levels. It's all in association with Sport Ireland, who are calling on you and your family to get out and be active between September 23rd and 30th. For more information and to find an event near you, go to sportireland.ie. European Week of Sport. Among the ambassadors for the project is Republic of Ireland match winner from Tuesday night against Slovakia, Denise O'Sullivan, and she joins me now. Congratulations, Denise.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Great. A bit tired, but I'd
say so. Was a good night had by all?
Honestly, went straight to bed. We got in about 1 o'clock. Got to bed about 3, so no partying for me at least. Got plenty of games coming up, so I have to try and recover as quickly as possible. Well,
if you have the clear head, then you can throw everybody else under the bus. When you were going to bed at 3 o'clock, who were the ones who were thinking, I'll just push it on till the dawn?
Honestly, they were actually all pretty good. We had some champagne there at the hotel just for a cheers, all together with the staff, and then everyone went their separate ways. So I don't know what happened the rest of the night, but anyway, I was off to bed.
You have the clear head then to explain to the nation in exact detail exactly how this playoff scenario is going to work over the next few months.
Absolutely not. I have no idea.
We'll know a lot more tomorrow anyways. The great news is that the victory over Slovakia means there's a bye through the first round, so there is the possibility that one victory would be enough. From looking at it this morning, the max now Ireland can play is 2 games. Even if you end up in New Zealand, it will be just one more game there, so it's within touching distance. But even the way you're talking about the celebrations there, and even talking to you after the game last Thursday night, this is one giant step for this group, but there's also a realisation that while this will always count for something, it won't count for anywhere near as much if you don't finish the job.
Exactly, yeah. Obviously, it's a huge step to get to the second game of the playoffs. We went out to do a job in Slovakia last night and asked to get 3 points, and we were very happy to do that. But with this playoff process and how it's all going, I think we do have a long way to go still. But I think the most important thing for us is to focus on the game on the 11th and try and get the 3 points from that game.
We are at the stage where it is only about results, and as much as we will analyse performances and tactics, as long as you're winning the games, you're getting towards that ultimate goal. Was there a difference to this camp then to previous ones, where maybe it was more about development, about trying to refine the style of football that you want to play? Was there a feeling coming into these that actually 2-1-0 wins will do us just fine, that it wasn't so much about performance, it was just about the end result?
Yeah, exactly. In the 2 games, I don't think we had our best games as a team, but I think we showed the growth and the maturity levels of the team and how we could finish off the games, and I think we done that very well. So coming into the camps, 6 points was the goal, and the team was successful in doing that, so we're very happy.
There is an enormous amount of experience in that squad. Like, you even look at the average age, I think we sort of assume because so many more people are taking attention to what you're doing that it's a young squad. Like, there's an awful lot of players with an awful lot of caps in there. How does that sort of manifest itself in this camp then, that experience, the lessons learned from last time out against Ukraine? Is it conversations? Is it on the pitch? Do you see a different attitude from players when the game is ongoing as to how you approach these sort of matches?
I think it's a combination of everything, and we do have leaders on this pitch, the Louise Quinns, the Nia Fahey's, the Dianes. They're all huge players for us, but I think what was huge for us was our connection off the pitch this campaign. I think we're a close-knit team, and I think the disappointments of not making the Euros and those games really stood to us in this campaign, and the togetherness of the team is phenomenal. So to have those experienced players on the pitch, Louise Quinn never stops talking. She's a leader back there. Same with Diane. She'd throw her body in front of a bus for the team. So I think to have that experience is really good. And then you have the mix of youth as well. As you see last night, Jessu, she was phenomenal. Best player on the pitch for me. So I think having that mix of youth and experience has really stood to us.
Your own role within the team over these last couple of games, quite often when we talk about your performances, it's the technical aspect and how skillful you are and how much control you have of the football and the ability to pick out that right pass at the right time. Like, you covered a huge amount of ground. It felt more that actually, I don't know, were you playing within yourself or there was a bit more to be done for the team? But like, I don't know if you've seen the GPS stats so far. Like, my sense would be you probably covered more ground than anybody over the last 2 games.
Yeah, I definitely covered a lot of ground, and I think for me, I do that at club anyway. I cover a lot of ground, and that's my job. But I think I played in this deeper role in these last 2 games, and I think that's a complete different ball game to playing in the 10. I felt, more. I had a big defensive responsibility within these 2 games, and that was on my mind. And then trying to get forward when we were trying to create as well. So I was more of a box-to-box player, but. I think it was all about the team in these past 2 games, and to work as hard as I could and also try and create opportunities. And it was a big relief last night to actually get in the score sheet. So, yeah, it was definitely all about the team and what I could do for the team in these 2 games.
So what's the more natural role for you? Is it the one that you're playing at club level and you've sort of performed over the last couple of weeks where it's slightly deeper? Because even I was surprised you scored a brilliant goal a couple of weeks ago for the club, and the commentary was it was a rare goal. It's like, she scores goals all the time at international level. Which are you more? I'm sure everyone likes to wear the number 10 jersey and play like the number 10, but do you feel you're more involved in the slightly deeper role?
I think for club I am. I think we build a lot through the sixes at club, and we do have a lot of possession at club. So I think it's different coming into the national team where we don't build as much, and we don't have much possession of the ball within national team. So I think it definitely suits me more at club level to play in that deeper role, and then coming into national team more of the 10 where I can pick up lost balls, be on the transition, and try and create things here. But look, it was all about the team this week, and Vera needed me in that deeper role, and I just wanted to do what I could for the team,
How does that different tactic sit with you then? Is there just an acceptance to where Ireland are right now, and particularly heading towards the next matches where the quality of opposition is probably going to keep going up, and hopefully at a World Cup finals where it'll be the ultimate top quality opposition, that maybe Ireland actually at their best are a counter-attacking team?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, whatever role I'm given, it's really important that I just take that on board and do the job. And coming into camp this week, it was almost obvious that I was going to be in that sitting position from the very beginning. So I just had that mindset that I just have to do the job. And I think in the second half of both games, I got forward a bit more. So that was really good. And I started to pick up balls and try to create more. But yeah, I think we're a very good team on the transition, and having Katie and Jess in those pockets as well is huge for us going forward, and having Heather Payne chasing down everything. And if we need to play the long ball, then Heather's going to be there. So I do think we are a counter-attacking team, and it's been going well for us so far.
Ireland at their best, it does feel, generally happens when yourself and Katie are close together and linking up. And on Thursday night, quite often when Katie found herself away from the left-hand side, there was scrambles on the edge of the area, and the two of you quick interchange of passes and something would open up. With Katie playing in that more advanced role and you in a slightly deeper role, have you had much time to work on that when she's not out on the left wing and you're not in the number 10? And are you finding each other in different parts of the pitch than you were before?
Yeah, we haven't had much time to really work in it. Obviously, you're coming into camp and you're going straight into games. You've only a few days to prepare, But having playing with Katie so long, I know what Katie is going to do. She knows what I'm going to do. I think we know each other's games really well. And I think even last night in the game, there was a point where I picked up the ball and Katie was right in front of me, and I knew she was going to peel off and go into that and make that run. So I just played the ball in there, and Katie was away. So I do think we interact very well on the pitch, and we feed off each other very well. So hopefully we will keep that going. We'll get more opportunities to do that going forward. But I think for me and Katie, it's all about the team. And we want to do what's best for the team.
But it's brilliant having that natural understanding that the two of you seem to have together. Like, do you spend a lot of time off the pitch talking about various possible scenarios and what could happen, and the intuitively her movements as to where she's going to go, so that you do, even if you're changing roles sometimes, that you do have an understanding of exactly what's going to happen?
To be honest, we don't talk about it off the pitch at all. Obviously, Katie's busy with Arsenal. I'm over in America, so it's quite hard to keep in touch and talk about that stuff. But I think it's just from all the years that we have played together. I think we have developed a really good connection, and Katie has a pure football brain, and so do I. I think we know the game really well. So it really suits us, and she knows my movements quite well as well. So it's a good connection to have on the pitch.
You're going to say again, it's all about the team, but you're now on 18 international goals, and Katie's on 17 international goals. So you've
something like that, yeah.
Something like that. You've stepped slightly ahead. Do you put a pressure on yourself when it comes to goal scoring?
It's my job. I mean, I do. Yeah, I think I have a responsibility to go out there and score goals for a national team. I'm the number 10. I have to create, I have to assist, I have to try and score goals. And I do. I'm a competitive person also, so I want to challenge myself. And for me, it is about going out and trying to score goals and trying to assist other players. And as I said last night, when I got off the mark, it was a big relief. And I was very happy because I do the work off the ball. I do the hard work, and just to get that reward, it was pretty nice.
Vera Pauw is a coach who has vast experience, and I don't think anyone's surprised with the very pragmatic approach over the last couple of games. She knows what it takes to get the job done in these qualification games. The bond that you talk about there within the group, Vera's obviously spoken publicly now about what has gone on previously in her life and the incredible support that has been there from everybody. And she spoke about, being in the room and talking to the players about the horrifically traumatic experiences she went to. Like, when you're talking about a bond, like something like that, I can't imagine you leave a room after a conversation like that and people even look at each other the way they did before. I don't know what you can talk about of your memories of that and the support that's been there and how the players have reacted to what Vera has gone through.
Yeah, she's gone through a lot, and it's not nice to see, especially when you have that personal connection with a person and the team as well. We have a good relationship with Vera, and it's never nice to see, but I think she's such a strong woman. I think to come out and use her voice in such a tough period of her life was really inspirational. And I think the most important thing for the team was to get behind Vera and support her during that time. And I think we did. And we're really proud of her.
And she's incredibly proud of you as well. And it seems to be giving her so much joy at the moment, like the smile on her face. I think as much as all the players have enjoyed the last couple of nights, I think Vera's taken huge joy out of it as well. Yeah,
she has. And since she's come into this team, she has done a lot. And she's definitely made us a better team. She's improved us. So for us to give back as well to Vera and the other staff, they work extremely hard. They do a lot behind the scenes. So to see the joy in Vera's face and the rest of the background staff, it was really special to see. And yeah, we're all buzzing right now, but I keep harping on about it. We still have a long way to go.
Yeah, so much progress has been made, and we often go back to Liberty Hall, and even in the last 3 or 4 years, the strides forward. Like, we see a lot from the outside, and we sort of assume things are going. If you were to try and pinpoint a couple of things that you feel are different, like I think it's 11 years since your debut at this stage, heading quickly towards the century of caps, like, what would you say are the things that you have benefited from most in terms of the progress that the team is making?
I just think in general, the FAI has, since then, the FAI has stepped up. They've done a lot for the team. We have better working conditions now, better facilities as a team. So I think it really stands to us. And I think the quality of the people that we have around us now, the staff, the background staff, the coaches, it's really good, and they do a lot for us. So it gives us confidence, and we have people now who really believe in us. And I think that's very special. So it's going good.
You're heading back to America today, and as you say, you're mid-season. You've signed a new contract with the North Carolina Courage. I think a lot of people selfishly were hoping that maybe you'd come back and play in the WSL, where we'd be able to watch your matches every week. Was it a lifestyle choice? Because I imagine it's a pretty good lifestyle over there. Was it a purely footballing choice? What went into deciding to stay in America?
I think it's a combination of both. I think I do have a good lifestyle there. I'm very happy off the pitch, and I think that's sometimes more important than what's going on the pitch. So yeah, that was a big factor, but I think I'm still improving there. I think the environment there is top class. I think the players I'm surrounded with every day, world-class players that make me better. The league is really competitive from top to bottom. There's more teams coming into the league. The league is growing. So I think for me to stay there, I think it was the best decision for me. And every time I come into camp, I am at my fittest, and that's because of the environment that I'm in. They push me to my limits, and I've become a better player because of being part of the Courage.
It's because of them insane gym sessions. I've had to block both yourself and James McLean from Instagram. I'm sick looking at you. You're just off the pitch playing a match and you're back in the gym about 2 hours later. Take a break. Put the feet up.
It's very hard for me to take a break, honestly. I love being in the gym. I love being on the pitch. I know people say to me, just take one day off. But no matter what, I'm doing something to help my body. It's either recover or get stronger. But yeah, I'm a pure freak like that. I like to be in the gym and on the pitch all the time.
Was coming back to England an option at this stage?
Yeah, it was. I mean, been speaking before I signed a contract with the Courage. Obviously, been speaking to my representative a lot about possible teams in England that I could have went for. But I think in overall, I had the Courage on my mind, and that's where I was most happy and where I could see myself being at least for the next 2 years. So yeah, England has always been on the back of my mind, and I did obviously have a few months experience there. But look, the grass ain't always greener on the other side, and I'm very happy at the Courage, and I think I'm going to continue to be a better player and improve my game. So I think for me it was a good decision, and obviously my family were very supportive of that, and that was huge as well. They know how happy I am out there. So yeah. That was important.
I'd say the family are in talks with the credit union already as it gets closer to the World Cup. Half of Cork heading to Australia next summer. Bloody hell. It's going to be an expensive time for all.
Hopefully some of them will come out. But I and my sister are coming out to America Saturday for the first
brilliant.
time. So that's exciting, yeah.
First time over for them?
First time, it is.
All right, so they'll be getting shown the sights.
They will, hopefully. Hopefully I won't be too busy training.
Again, just take a day off. It'll be fine. You're going to have, the good thing is with the qualification as well and the bye through to the first round is, again, you'll have another big camp ahead of that final playoff, which you've had a lot of. Like, it's hard to know an international team that's probably get to spend so much time together with the training camp over in Turkey. There's, as you say, even with the improvements that have been made within the FAI over the last 3 or 4 years, there's really no stone been left unturned ahead of this.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good that it's just one game that we can focus on that, and that camp is going to be massive. I've said it already. It's going to be one of the biggest games of our lives. It is going to be the biggest game of our lives. So, yeah, I think we'll be well prepared. But I think now the focus is to go back to our clubs and everyone stay really fit, injury free, and come in focused and ready to go.
And hopefully it's in Dublin. And if you have a ticket, use your ticket.
Exactly. Please do. Come out and support, but the fans have been absolutely fantastic so far. Tala was rocking the other night, so it was a great feeling.
Denise is promoting European Week of Sport 2022. It takes place this month. It's going to be a week-long celebration aimed at promoting physical activity in people of all ages, backgrounds and fitness levels. It's all in association with Sport Ireland, who are calling on you and your family to get out and be active between September 23rd and 30th. All the information is on sportireland.ie, European Week of Sport. Just get out and do a little bit. You don't need to be like Denise. You don't need to do every single day. Just make that start. Make that start. Denise, thanks a million. Safe home trip back to America, and enjoy the next couple of weeks with the family, and we'll talk to you again in a few weeks.
Cheers, thank you. Speak to you soon.
With Sky. Watch every live Premier League game this season on Sky Sports, BT Sport and Premier Sports.